Hey, good morning. I have another pattern for you. This is the Little Lizard King Islington pattern. Okay, this is super cute. It has a lot of different style options. You can have the ruffle neck style option, or if you don't want to have the ruffles on the neck, you don't have to. Long sleeves, short sleeves, 3/4 length sleeves. You can also make this a crop top option, or just a long, just a regular full length option. Let's see, I believe that's about it. Yeah, I believe that's about it. But what I am going to do today, I am trying to get Miley's, get her fall wardrobe, all stacked up, So I'm going to do long sleeves. So I have my long sleeves. You have 2 of those. Your front top, the back of your top, the neckband, and the ruffles that's gonna go around her neck. Not quite sure what this is gonna look like, but I guess we're gonna see. Before I do anything, I'm gonna take my fabric marker, and I am going to mark the center here of my top. Just gonna mark the center, because most of the time you forget where it's at after you unfold it. So I'm just gonna mark it there. All right, and then I'm also going to mark the center of my arm, my sleeves here. So I'm gonna mark that, so then I know where it is supposed to be. All right, so let's get started. All right, so what I'm gonna do first, I am going to grab my front bodice piece. I'm gonna lay this right side up. This is my back, sorry. And then get my back piece, and I'm gonna put that on top of it. Right sides together, all right? I am going to match my shoulder seams and pin. All right, and then I'm going to match my side seams. So we're going to pin both of our side seams together also. So let's match it up. And we're going to pin. So I am going to take my top to my sewing machine, and I am going to sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance. We're using a stretch stitch along both sides and my shoulder sleeves. And I will also serge off my raw ends, okay? So I'm gonna do that, and I'll be back. Okay, so our bodice, well, our top is sewn together. It's sewn together at the side seams and shoulder seams. So we're gonna put this to the side, and we're gonna grab our sleeves. We're gonna construct our sleeves here, okay? So grab one of your sleeve pieces, and what we're gonna do, we're going to open it, and we're going to put those right sides together, okay? We're going to pin along the straight edge here, and going to serge off your raw ends, okay? So I'm going to do that for both of my sleeves. So let's pin. Okay, so I have both of my sleeves pinned together. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this to my machine, and I am going to sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance to attach with a stretch stitch. I will also hem the bottom of my my sleeves here. So if you have any trouble hemming, you can go ahead and pick some of this stuff up. This is the Heat and Bun Soft and Stretch. You can get light or ultra, the ultra, but it don't matter. You can get whatever the light works fine too. So I'm going to so what you'll do, you just read the instructions on the back of the box here, and it helps you a lot with hemming the bottom of your top, and you know, or your sleeves, whatever you need with using, whenever you're using a knit, this is it. That's another song for y'all. Anytime you use a knit, this is it. And if you're gonna sew with knit, use a zigzag stitch. Oh, I'm telling you, drop the mic. Just drop it. Okay, so this is what I'll be using to hem my sleeves and the bottom of my top. All right, so I'm gonna do that and then I'll be back. Okay, so both of my sleeves are done, and if you can remember, I marked here in the center where my the center of my sleeves. So bring in, I'm gonna put one of these to the side. So bring in your top and turn your top wrong side out. All right. All right, so turn your top wrong side out. And what I'm gonna do is, with the right side of my sleeve here, I'm going to stick this inside of my my top, matching the shoulder seam here and the underarm seam. So let's put that in. Okay, so I have it here, and I have, if you can see it, that's my sleeve piece. So I'm going to match the underarm seam to the underarm seam to my top. I'm going to pin. And now with that little notch that I made here, I'm going to match that to the shoulder seam. Alright, so now I know that my sleeve is going to be even. It won't be stretched out. Alright, so now pin your sleeve all the way around. All right, so now let's take our take this to our machine and sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance and serge off your raw ends, and I'll be back. Okay, so I have my sleeves attached to my top. I already went ahead and hemmed the bottom of my top. So y'all, like I slick kind of don't want to put put the ruffles on it. Like I like it being simple, because I was gonna put this ruffles on it with the little, you can see like the, you know, the floral on it. And I'm kind of like, I don't know if I want to do that. Or should I just, let me look at the angle y'all seeing real quick and see what I think about it. No. I don't want that. I think if I want anything, I want to make it still stay the same as this here and not so bold. Like it just seems like it takes away from the simpleness. So I am going to change this up. I'm still going to do the ruffles, but I'm not going to use this. Yeah. So I'll be back. Okay, so I have did my gathering stitch on here. I haven't gathered it yet. At first I did, but I was like, you know what? It's being a little too complicated. So what I'm going to do is, all right, so this here, this back seam is going to be the back. And I'm going to quarter this off too, so then I know where this baby's supposed to go. And here is my front. I got it flat, as flat as it can go. This right here, I'm gonna match up the front and the back. This will be my sides. All right, okay, so I did that. Now let's bring in our top here. Let's start in the back. All right, and I'm going to match my back here. The wrong side of my ruffle fabric is touching the right side of my top. And I'm gonna find my side here. I'm gonna put that there. Where is it? I'm gonna put it here where I quartered that off. And then the front, where is it? All right, and the front is going to match the front here. All right, so now I'm just going to gather my ruffles to fit around the neckline here, okay? So let's do that. Okay, so my ruffles are, I got them pinned. I'm going to straighten out here because we're going to have to base these ruffles on to the neckline, okay? So make sure you just put as many pins as you need, okay, on here, and we're going to baste it. So we're going to take this to our machine and we're just going to use a basting stitch to base our ruffles on to our neckline, and then I'll be back to show you how to attach your neckband. I'm putting a lot of pins, y'all. I don't want this moving anywhere. All right, so I have my ruffles attached to my neckline here, and I went ahead and made sure that I made my marks again because they were starting to fade away. So I redid my marks on my top. So now let's attach our neckband. All right, turn this wrong side out. All right, I got my wrong side out, and this is the back of my skirt, back of my top. All right, now let's grab the right side of our neckband, and we'll be touching the back of our top. All right, and we're gonna pin. So I matched that notch up. And now this side notch will be here. This notch matches this one. And my front will be here. All right, so now we're just gonna stretch it out and make sure it's even, all right? So I am going to attach this with a 3/8 inch seam allowance here, okay? And I will show you how to attach when I get back. Well, show you how to finish it one. All right, so I have my top turned right side out. And now, I have my neck binding here, like that. All right, so now I'm just going to take my neck binding and I'm going to fold it down, and then I'll fold it again like that all the way around. And then I will take this to my sewing machine and I will sew a long stretch stitch, okay, to attach. So you saw how I did it? I just boom, like that, and then fold it down like this, okay? And then, but I have a cover stitch, so I'm going to cover stitch this all the way around, all right? So let's pin. Got a lot of threes I gotta get rid of. So let's pin this around. So now let's take this to our machine and we're going to sew a 1/8 inch seam allowance, okay? Just like really close to that edge here, okay? So I'm going to use my cover stitch and I'll be right back. All right, and it is done. I went ahead and cover stitched the my neckline, added my cute little label there so everybody know, honey, Miley got her own clothing line. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to my channel. This is Jessica with Miley Made Me Do It, and love y'all. See ya. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Don't forget to click subscribe, click the notification bell, and if you want to make this pattern, I got a cool little discount code in the bottom of the description. See ya.